Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Between Ukraine and Russia. This is Russian-occupied Lyubimivka in Zaporizhia Oblast, where a Russian soldier is showing the consequences of a Ukrainian HIMARS strike. While the Russians claim these were merely civilian garages, a destroyed Russian military KAMAZ 6x6 Kong appears. Clowns as always. Ukrainian units conducting assault operations on the Zaporizhia front. Look how they casually walk next to TM-62 anti-tank mines set by the Russians. We are not fighting with Ukrainians, but with NATO. The occupiers called to stop the destruction of the Slavic population. They demanded from Putin a nuclear attack on America. At the end, the invaders added motherland, freedom, Putin. Okay, we know that UIQ is on a level of a monkey, but guys, have you heard maybe that the US also have nuclear weapons? Or when the whole world said before the invasion, don't do it, you will regret it, you thought that they were joking? Come on, guys, fight or leave, don't be a crybaby.
Не с украинцами, мы воюем с НАТО, мы воюем с Америкой. И еще...
Civil war is now taking place in Russia. After Putin has signed off, the unemployed Wagner mercenaries, heavily armed, roam the country and practice threats, blackmail and robberies. This is exactly the scenario the FSB feared. And honestly, who is surprised? They told us how they shot, how much blood, how many bodies. They wanted to show a video, says an employee at the magician's supply store that was robbed. Men in camouflage clothes came to the esoteric shop Promeja the day before and introduced themselves as Wagnerites. One of them had a PMC patch on his backpack and began to extort money. Allegedly, the previous tenant owes them money. When the employees explained that they were new tenants, the men persisted and tried to find out who runs the shop. They then stole a pendant and 2 packs of incense sticks from the counter. They were told that it was customary to pay for goods in shops, after which they said they had given themselves a present. Putin's humiliation continues as he was forced to meet with Prigozhin and his commanders in the Kremlin in the end of June, just days after the attempted coup. Think about it. Putin had to grovel in front of Prigozhin to settle their disputes. This is definitely not the Putin whose previous challengers found themselves standing too close to windows or finding out the hard way that there was polonium-210 in their tea. At the meeting, Putin gave an assessment of the actions of PMC Wagner in the course of the special operation and the attempted coup. The president of the Russian Federation listened to the explanations of the commanders and offered them further employment and the use of their skills. The commanders themselves presented their version of what happened and emphasized that they were staunch supporters and soldiers of the head of state and were ready to continue to fight for the motherland. And the press secretary of the president of the Russian Federation, Peskov, added that the meeting lasted 3 hours. He did not disclose other details. Bakhmut. The enemy is trapped. The city is under fire control of the defense forces. Air reconnaissance revealed the position of the Russians with an anti-tank guided missile. Soldiers of the 77th Separate Airmobile Brigade effectively defeated and destroyed the Russians. Work continues. A Russian woman who posted pro-Russian content on her social media complains that she was not allowed to enter Estonia because she threatens the security of EU citizens. Thank you, Estonia. And this is similar to the Russian lady from Dresden that we saw in the previous video. These Russians are unbelievable. They are trashing the West. The EU is falling apart. NATO is failing, but they want to go and to live in the West anyway. Why don't you go to China, India, Africa, you filthy hypocrites? And this is the same. Go to your Europe. Wave your flag there. In Nizhny Novgorod, Russia, patriots attacked a girl because of the US flag she was holding. They snatched the American flag from the girl's hands and set it on fire. When she finally put it out, one of the patriots grabbed it again and finally threw it into the trash. The crowd cheered the hero that attacked the girl. Come on, break her fingers.
Она европейская, по ней там флагом ошибки. Пускай ходит.
Тогда уберите. Вставайте, убирайте. Прямо сейчас уберите. Хорошо.
Пальцы сломайся, я в говно какой-то.
Парни, ну, спокойно, надо идти. Спокойно, беру свою все.
The weapon of victory. BM Oplot is a Ukrainian tank of domestic production. BM Oplot, designed to strike all types of ground, surface, and low-flying air targets at low speeds in conditions of enemy fire resistance. Too bad Ukrainians don't have many of them, though.
Si no puedes aportar económicamente al canal, suscríbete, comenta y comparte, esto ayudará mucho a seguir informando.